Professor Eman Gaad, the Dean of the Faculty of Education at the British University in Dubai. I'm also a professor of special and inclusive education. Today, we'll give some tips for teachers when it comes to handling children with invisible disabilities and the possibility of them being bullied. Tip number 1, encourage activities that involve children in talking about their feelings. Role play, for example, is one of those activities where actually the person who's more likely to be a bully can be in the shoes of a person who's more likely to be bullied. That helps children to tolerate and help them to accept each other and feel the feelings of a person who's vulnerable or bullied. Number 2, be explicit about success stories and failure stories. Talk to children about those who have been bullied and made it through, and those who have been bullied and didn't make it through, and let them understand the impact of their action on other people. Tip number 3, identify the strength and weakness through games. One of the games we often do with the children is to sit them down in circles and talk about what they can do and what they cannot do. And then they exchange those little papers, and then we talk about our strengths and weakness. It is very good for the children to tolerate strengths and weakness through such a game, to understand that they can have strengths and they also can have weaknesses. Tip number 4, always look in the children when it comes to terminology. Support the children understanding that words can hurt. Use terminologies that are often accepted rather than being negative. Always put the person before the disability, for example. Ask the children to use things like calling the children by their names rather than by something that they cannot do. It's hurtful and not acceptable. Tip number 5, always create options for children to get out of a situation when they are angry instead of bullying somebody else. It is often known as controlling. Self-control is a technique that many children now are using in order to be aware of their anger before they burst out and start to bully somebody else. Happy teaching, everyone.